welcome to Saturday Night Ladies. I am Deej Behrens.
I am Shari Fesco.
And I'm Demi Constantine.
After the last episode, Demi did so awesome. I love the energy that she brought to us, sort of like a younger counterpart to us old broads, which adds a nice cultural balance.
Okay.
Hey, I'm proud to be a broad. I'm too old to feel ashamed of anything. Luxury of age, and it just seemed the perfect fit, and she accepted our invitation. So, yay!
Happy to be here.
Let us start episode 7. So get your big dumb cup and put on your big dumb hat, and let's talk about Saturday Night Live.
Yay!
We are talking about season 51, episode 4, with Miles Teller, who last hosted in 2023. And he was recently popular for that, so now he's back.
He is indeed back.
He is back.
I tuned in like maybe a minute late. When we're talking about the cold open, I was not expecting the Shane Gillis jump scare.
Me neither.
I didn't know even who he was because I'm not that familiar with him. And I've only seen him a couple times. So I was like, it was killing me because I knew his face. And what was even worse is I didn't recognize Miles Teller either.
Well, that is the magic of makeup.
To be fair, Miles Teller looks a little interchangeable. Please don't come at me. I can't place him. I haven't watched his movies. I'm not familiar with his work very much. I had the same difficulty throughout the episode, so I had to orient myself every sketch. Like, where's the host? So
it's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah.
But this was based on the New York City mayoral debate, which some stuff on that trickles into Canada. Good to see Rami Youssef, although I was still mourning the loss of Emil Joachim, because if he was still around, that would be the perfect role for him.
I did think John did a pretty good breakdown of that on the Hot Take show, where he said that Rami Youssef is kind of a friend of the show. There's a good relationship, it looks like. I don't know. There was a Mom Donnie, actually. There was a reel on Instagram of him watching. No, Rami FaceTimed him from SNL and told him, told him the costume he was going to wear. And Mom Donnie was like losing his mind laughing. He thought it was the greatest thing ever. And the way they were talking, they were talking like bros. I think they called each other bros. So there's a relationship there. And Mom Donnie was so like, I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. He was in a gay club, like bumping Not Like Us, 1:00 in the morning. So I don't think he watched it live, but he looked pleased as punch. Like he was very, very excited about it. And the relationship was definitely there. And it was very nice to see.
Well, it's good when politicians have a sense of humor, because that's one thing that has happened quite a lot in Canada.
Yes.
Not as much lately. Way back in the 80s, 90s, there was a show called the Royal Canadian Air Farce, which started on CBC Radio. That started like a long-running comedy series, and then they went to television. Politicians would come on all the time, like Jean Chrétien, who is one of my favorite prime ministers. The current show that does a lot of that is This Hour Has 22 Minutes, from the same people who did Codco. All our prime ministers were on there just having fun with themselves, even Trudeau. The other Trudeau was before that time, unfortunately. But
Norm Macdonald hated him because I would hear him talk a little about politics sometimes, and he did not like the senior Trudeau. I think Norm is pretty conservative. If you like go back and hear some stuff, so it's like, oh, okay. But that's how I know a lot about anything about Canadian prime ministers, is because of Norm Macdonald interviews, and he's talking about which ones he like. That's the extent of my knowledge.
But something like Kamala Harris coming on the show last season, would be, or even when Hillary Clinton, that's something that's a bit more rare. And then you got other people who either take their SNL's take on them in good humor, and others that don't take it so well.
That's accurate. That's factual.
Keaton Thompson, I loved as the moderator, because it's just the way I don't know if that was based on an actual news person.
Yes,
I think
he retweeted.
Was.
He retweeted it, and he was like, "Oh my god!" He said,
Good.
he's like the level of WTF. I cannot describe the level of WTF. It was like, whoa, I'm on SNL. Like, it was like that, like not even good or bad, like, whoa. So it was a real guy, and yes.
And never expected to see himself on SNL, I'm sure. And there he was.
And then Cam Patterson popped in as the former New York mayor, and I think he did a great job with that. So, like I mentioned on the feedback show, I mean, he surprised me. So, I'm slowly getting to appreciate him.
Yeah, he had a lot of nice small moments tonight that we'll talk about.
Let's go to, I guess, Sherry next for the cold open.
I I don't know. I didn't dislike it. I didn't like it. It was okay. It would have been. I know everybody says this all the time, but couldn't they just have no offense, no shade to Judge. I love Judge and he does a great Trump. But we're all getting Trump burnout. I don't care if you're a
Yes.
casual fan or a regular fan, but
Of who? What?
yeah, like a casual fan, the ones that sometimes they watch, sometimes they
Oh, right,
don't
right, 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 right.
watch, that kind of thing. Or whether you're a super fan like us, we're all getting. I mean, and us Americans are dealing with it every day.
Every day.
So
every minute.
Saturday Night Live is our happy place. I mean, I get why they put him in. And he came in, he was only at the very end.
And they did do a freeze frame.
That was a good thing. So it was a little better. I didn't mind the cameos. I know some people are very allergic to cameos. I didn't have any problem with it, except I didn't know who anybody was except Rami. But that's on me, not on the show. I mean, it was entertaining enough. I certainly didn't dislike it. I thought everybody did a very good job. I was thrilled to see Keenan back in the moderating seat. He did a fabulous job. There was a lot of Keenan in this episode. I think I gave it like a B-ish because I grade all my sketches when I take my notes. I think I gave it about a B. It was fun.
I have a slightly unpopular opinion, and it kind of goes into Miles Teller's monologue. Political cold opens for me, yeah, they can be, if it's like every week, I'm like, it's like, okay, am I watching the news or am I watching SNL? SNL cold opens that were political and time capsules were like my way to understand the world when I was like 10. I would look to see what people were making fun of, and then I would like want to know more, like, well, why is that so funny? Like, I remember the Lewinsky cold opens with Molly Shannon, and like the way they were able to skewer it. So I don't mind political cold opens at all, especially if they're like instantly stale, because if you go back and watch it, it's like, well, that's what was going on in the country at that time. I was homeschooled, and third through eighth grade, and I moved around a lot. So like Miles Teller, SNL was my continuity for pop culture. I really don't have a problem with political cold opens or debates. Like, I kind of like it because it's like a branding, like, this is what's going on in the country at this time on this day in history. And then if you go back and like, oh, wow. But sometimes they're shockingly still relevant, like 20 years later, 10 years later, 8 years later. So I actually love cameo parades. Like, I love them because there's no other forum for that to happen. And it just tells me that that person is trusted and they like them and they like being on the show, because they're not going to have a cameo with someone who doesn't want to be there.
The trick is not overdoing it, because it becomes less special.
Right. Well, yes.
It's good as an occasional surprise, and just, it's like when we had so much the year when they had Al Baldwin doing Trump and everyone else. It just got to. I mean, they're great at what they did.
They have a cast.
Melissa McCarthy, Sean Spicer, bang on, but yeah, they have a cast. Although I will say, my favorite political cold open has to be the Michael Cohen hearing.
Oh my God, with Ben Stiller.
Yep, and that was a John Mulaney episode, and Bill
Hader is Jim Jordan.
Yes, Jim Jordan. Like,
I didn't wear a jacket.
I got so upset I couldn't wear a jacket today. And he was completely brought on by surprise because he was there to do What's That Name? And then the hearings opened and Lauren came up to him and said, well, there's a guy here that's right near Wheat Hills. It's like, I'm going to have to learn to be Jim Jordan, aren't I?
Oh, I didn't know he wasn't on the cast anymore. I did not realize that. I didn't realize he wasn't on the cast.
Oh, yeah, he was Ben Stiller was a cast member a long, long time ago.
Not Ben Stiller, Ben Stiller. I was talking about Bill Hader. I'm like, Bill Hader was doing a cameo? But Ben Stiller was.
Yeah, on that episode they did a second remake of What's That Name? Yeah, it's the one where said, I run with a bunch of irresponsible bachelors, and we call ourselves the Squad. So my ultimate favorite is, why'd you do this show? What is it for? In a word, chaos. All right, back to SNL, back to ladies.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I keep going on Peter tangents.
Right. No, this is great. This is all great.
The monologue is alright. Nothing special.
No, resonated deeply with me, as I've said before, but except for that.
It served its purpose. It did its thing. It didn't overstay its welcome. So
yes,
yeah, there's just not anything particularly memorable on it.
No Ryan Gosling, that's for sure. I'm just kidding. People have a problem with that too.
Okay, monologue, no big deal. There we go. Okay, next is the first live sketch, the Hungover Halloween Game Show.
What a great premise.
I love this one.
What a great
premise.
premise.
It is a great premise. Although the first thing I thought, again, BH brings its little oversized forehead back to the show. Vince Blake would have been perfect for this.
Oh, yes.
I got a bit confused when they said, and here's your host, but they didn't say the name.
Me too.
But once you heard the name, it just kind of caught me off guard for a moment. But then once you heard the name, yeah, gay Forte. They seem to do that kind of thing a lot.
Yes. I want a supercut.
Great showcase, Veronica and Ben. Ben is doing incredible things on the show.
Yep.
Veronica with her sexy cat.
Agreed.
Of course, I cannot help but think of the pre-tape on the Girls' Night Halloween.
Yes, I had the same thought.
I have to catch that on YouTube this week. It's like, oh my god, this is so funny. Why did you make me be the cheese?
I didn't want to be the cheese.
I like Jane Wickland's brief appearance in that. It just
I love Jane
with that.
She's just so good in those. Those.
I like Jane.
Self-deprecating kind of.
They're finding things to write to her voice, which is great.
Yep.
I can't remember what Cam Patterson did in that one. Right. Right. Oh, right, yes. But I love, and the prize, the Pedialyte and the bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's a great prize.
I know. That was so bad. No, Ben is becoming one of my new favorites, too. I mean, he's incredibly tall, which you definitely see from that lineup there.
Played Conan's son.
Let's go to Demi next.
I really need to give another rewatch for more context, but I really like the premise, and I like the name. Like I was saying, I wish there could be like a supercut of all the, maybe even just Keenan, all the names that he assumes for different roles, because they're all bangers and they're all like sleepers. They're all like a little bonus. I guess that's my take on it for now.
I just rewatched this. Yeah, I just rewatched this because Doug was away last night, my husband, so he couldn't watch it. So I was rewatching a couple of sketches with him before we came on, and that was one of them. And I liked it better on rewatch. I think you might too, Demi.
Hello, Editor D's just popping in to say that at this point we took a moment to go online and rewatch the sketch. Now on with our regularly scheduled calamity.
There's so many other places you can go with that. That was great.
After New Year's.
Yep. See, it can be a seasonal bit. This is Cooking with Gas.
Like a special Thanksgiving edition with various family members.
I was cooking with hot gas, DJ. I love it.
See it again. It made it just that much more funnier. And Jane, the friend from high school, thanks for helping me move.
Appropriate reaction.
No one likes to help anybody move. I gave up on that. Like I will if I had to move again. I've done this the last 3 times. I will spend the money on a moving company to get it done for me.
Oh my god, it's unbelievable.
This was a fun one. Many, many, many game shows, but like Demi says, there's so much to mine here that I didn't mind. It.
I elevate this in the same category as What's That Name? What's Wrong with Tanya? Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney.
Classic.
Just so many great
so many good
ones. But yeah, that's definitely this one is definitely on that level. And the performances were so good. And again, Ben.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is why I wish they didn't do Trump in the cold open, because they had a whole pre-tape with Trump. But it does make sense with being the White House makeover, with the play on the East Wing of the White House.
Yes.
I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry you have to go through all this.
Thank you.
I can only watch from above and go. I hope you don't mind me saying, I wish that I'm not down there.
No, I am sure you are not alone.
You are not alone. Thank you,
Canada.
The same,
I'm sure.
Thank you, Canada.
Thank you, Canada.
But this is a episode of the Property Brothers, as played by Miles Teller. I don't think Chloe's Melania was very strong. Could have been better. It was okay. Of course, no one will quite beat Cecily Strong's version. Laura Berlanti, who occasionally does it for, I think, Seth Meyers.
Yeah. He is a kind of authentic. She's kind of a little bit too authentic. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little thick.
The Property Brothers are indeed Canadian. But I did like the sort of the brotherly rivalry, because he's saying, like, I'm the real estate guy and I'm the contractor. He's the guy who does all the work.
And they really do pick at each other like that. I mean,
yeah,
that is very realistic. They're brothers. They pick at each other.
And not only brothers, but twin brothers, which adds a
brothers.
whole new complexity onto the sibling dynamic. Probably went on a bit longer than I wanted it to, but it was a good take on a news bit with Trump. But can we just have like one Trump per episode, please? And thank you.
I thought this was quite funny. I thought it was very true to the Property Brothers show, which I have watched a lot, and I think it felt very authentic. As Deej said, I liked the back and forth between the twins. I think this was one of Miles' better sketches. I think he was trying very, very. I don't have any ill will or throw any shade at him. I just think this was a weaker writing night. But this sketch was fairly strong. What was scary, though, is I did read that those shots of the White House being demolished, like, that was real. Like, that's what's going on. And that was a little frightening to think about. But that's what SNL is about, poking fun at the realities that we're living in. So I will now throw the ball to you, Demi. What did you think?
I loved it because in the SNL sandbox, it's like, because I see those pictures every day. I like try not to like go too deep, but like I can't escape it. The pictures are there. It's all really happening. And like the fact that it kept eating itself with, because I don't watch Property Brothers, but I know SNL does because they did one with Amy Schumer. They mentioned in Property Brothers, She Can't Sleep or anyways. But I know I have a book by them. Like I'm aware who they are, and they're twins, and they're like good looking, and everything's coming up rose to the Property Brothers, and they're in demand, and they have like 10 shows or one show that's been on for 10 years. I don't know, but I'm familiar with like, okay, well they were doing the digital reconstruction of what the dream house would look like, and like Donald just kept pressing enhance and like making the room bigger. That's true. He wants it. The square footage of the ballroom is supposed to be bigger than the White House. So like the more square footage, it would dwarf the White House. So the fact that was true and also really funny because it looks ridiculous. And then like they're going to take this out and put this in and have all these. I really love it when SNL does that, when they do like digital recreation of a dream home situation. It's so funny because it's you can do whatever you want with it. I don't know how much labor that takes, but it's so appreciated. And then the fact that they were Canadians and they weren't Americans, and it's like, well, who's gonna build it now? But that's all really happening like in real life, a lot of different places. So I really just have to commend SNL for coming at it so realistically and making it so ridiculous. Because how do you make the ridiculous more ridiculous? It's really difficult. And I think they did such a good job with the commentary. And it's not like blatantly or mean-spiritedly offensive, because that stuff like is happening. And yeah, that is what the White House looks like. Picture of Diana dancing with John Travolta, Princess Diana. Like that's in the East Wing, and that's gone now. It's demolished. Yeah, SNL, have at it. Great. Love it.
Yeah. Though that's one thing I do, again, just going into the Canada thing, I'm very glad. Well, not that I don't think any of our prime ministers ever do this kind of thing, but our prime minister's residence, Rideau Hall, is separate from the main Parliament building in Ottawa. So they're completely separate things. The fact that they have people living in the White House, as well as we're not going to be building a ballroom in the Parliament building anytime soon.
Yeah, there's also like a bunker. There's a bunker. Yeah, there's a bunker under there. They did reference that, so that's real.
There are so many things we could learn from Canada and so many other countries, but alas.
But alas.
Are we ready for sketch number 3?
Yes, for live sketch, the hockey PSA. Now looked this up now because I had to double check. Yes, there is an actual NHL team called the Predators.
Yep, it's a
It is
real thing.
the Nashville Predators, and this is a good example of why we shouldn't be laughing at implied P word, but the fact that the writers over there did not see it for a while, how the way he was phrased his lines. Miles Teller played the embarrassment very well, and the incredulous was
Yes.
like, I'm not going to say that. I can't say that.
Yep, that was great. That was great.
Good on everybody, and actually was a Midge or Madge? Yeah, so
Midge.
Yeah, be Midge. Although my personal director preference is Mike Underballs. Especially in the LeBron James Read to Achieve promo. Ashley and Andrew, yep, they are the it couple of SNL.
Yes, they are.
They work very well together. Once we get the weekend update, oh my god, we'll talk about that.
Oh my god.
I actually think Ashley and Andrew have better chemistry than Heidi and Andrew, or Heidi anyway.
Yep, I agree.
They're a very, very good pair.
We were all raving about them in the chat last night, and the Saturday Night Network, way too early in the morning, late at night. I don't know. Even with the time change for some of us, it's so late. But I make myself stay up because it's so fascinating, the psychology of it, Demi. And I know you're fascinated, like I am, because we're usually there together.
Yes.
And how disparate the opinions are.
Oh my god.
Nobody's disrespectful to anybody else. Everybody's very respectful.
Yep.
One person absolutely loves it, best episode of the season, and then somebody else is like, this was the worst episode. It's so fascinating to me, and it happens every single week. Which is one of the things I love about. That's one of the things I love about SNL is it's just a constant fountain for discussion.
Yes.
And even amongst the three, John and Law and Andrew. Which Andrew was it? Haynes. There's lots of Andrews.
Yeah, there are.
All three of them had varying feelings about the episode. So it's really fascinating. I love that about the show. And I think the sketch was low hanging fruit, as was commented, but it was. I mean, wordplay has always been a thing on SNL since season 1. They're always taking these opportunities.
Yep.
And again, Ben Marshall, even in a small role here, I first of all, I love a redhead, so I've liked him since the beginning.
Yeah,
but he's perfect here. As I thought it was Jeremy, and then somebody's like, nope, it's Tommy, has the Ranger, and I think the two of them, had the thankless job of being the straight people that, and then Miles Teller got to have all the fun stuff, but the funny guy, the one who's embarrassed, needs those supports to make them funnier. So I thought the three of them worked very well together. And of course, Andrew and Ash were there as like the cherry on the sundae. I think I gave this like B-, which is what I think it was. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I got a chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
I think, what is it about us Americans and our names? Really? The Nashville Predators? What were they thinking?
Well, there's a drone. There are drones that are called
maybe now they're considering a name change. I don't know. I mean, I know they're trying to sound all tough, but yeah, no, that just shows exactly.
Couldn't they be like the Jaguars or the Panthers or something?
I'm sure they could.
So, have you all your thoughts out, Demi?
Good. Like, kind of evergreen. It could have been with any host, I think, but I think Miles Teller enjoyed and did a good job of being exasperated, because that's what you want. You want some humorous exasperation, so that was good.
Again, Mr. Hader says, it's like, I love the concept of someone being really patient with someone who's completely crazy.
Yes, that's what, yeah.
Well, now Stefan.
He's bad at his job.
Yeah. And, but no, you have to have this. The straight man may not be the most glamorous getting the laugh things, but that's how you set things
important.
up. That's what you have to balance between the reactions.
You can't have comedy without a straight man.
Agreed.
Without David Spade. Chris Farley is funny no matter what, but never stronger than with David Spade.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah. I mean, this is going all the way back to Laurel and Hardy,
Abbott and
Abbott and
Costello.
Costello.
Yeah, this is
All
classic.
of the, you need that. Yeah,
Honeymooners.
for sure. Oh, honeymooners. Yeah. And Lucy and Ricky, right?
Lucy and
Same
Ricky,
thing.
which
So
is
there you go.
why when Amy and Tina were Weekend Update hosts, it was so revolutionary because they did not follow that comedy formula,
That pattern.
and they were still very funny. So that's a hard thing to do because it's a trope. Everyone loves it. It's a age old, yeah, probably as old as comedy. Like you need to have a straight man and a funny guy. So to be funny as to do it
Yeah.
without that, I think that's a challenge.
Yeah. Tina and Amy kind of rewrote the book on Weekend Update.
Yeah,
Demi.
absolutely. Sorry, absolutely.
I promise you we will be doing an episode soon about Weekend Update, and I'm sure we will be talking extensively about those two women because they were groundbreaking.
They were.
Absolutely groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And yeah, for sure.
So we're on to pre-tape 2. A lot of people down on this episode last night. Was like over the top funny? No, but I enjoyed the concepts and how things played out. So this was the Missing Wives docuseries.
Oh my god!
The nice take on the true crime documentaries on Netflix.
So many true crime documentaries. So many.
And the twist on this one, they weren't listening to their wife, and the one basically went out of town for town to see her sister, and it was wondering why the wife disappeared. Didn't recognize the kids. The Keaton Thompson stuff was my absolute favorite with that.
I love the Post-it notes on the fridge too.
Yeah, like who's leaving these messages?
These cryptic messages.
Yeah, technically they're missing, but this shows how sometimes husbands don't pay attention. Then there's the concept of the weaponized incompetence. Purposely do a crap job at someone, so you don't have a crap job of something, so you don't have to do it in the future.
You don't have to do it.
To an extreme. Taking it to an absolute extreme.
So I do love the small men. Who are these small men? The small men are back! Again, Keenan, great night. I mean, this is one of the strongest nights he's had in quite a while. He's so good in this group. They're all good. I mean, Ben is back.
Yeah.
I think he might have actually co-wrote this. He was one of the writers on it. He wrote a lot of the sketches that he was in.
Oh wow.
A lot of them. Because I went and looked for as many of the writers as I could find, and Ben was popping up a lot.
Well, he does have the experience with the writing of PDD and being part of the writers' room, so.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's been writing even before SNL. I'm sure he was.
Yeah, but I'm just impressed with him. His performances have been bang on every single time. We have not had a problem with any of his characterizations.
No, he's a scene stealer. Every time he shows up, I feel like he steals the scene. But again, sucker for redheads.
The next live sketch, which is another one I enjoyed, the newsroom. As soon as they said see people working behind the scenes, I knew this would be very much a Waffle House kind of situation. You got the discussion in the front, and then all the wackiness in the back, and it all works so well. Jane Wickline with the printer, kind of half Office Space inspired to me. I was always that one person in the various offices I've worked with that knew how to find all the spots where the photocopier or the printer would get clogged up.
It's an essential service.
And then the one guy who's watching basically sexy anime in the background, forgetting that they're on the camera. Mikey Day, the nice physical comedy there, and he like, I bet this guy's gonna fall down again, and he does.
Yeah. They were pretty good falls too. I need a stronger prescription because what I love about SNL is because this is a sketch that you have to watch. You can't listen, and I need better glasses. But I get so frustrated whenever I see a sketch like that. 'Cause it's like, I bet this is because I won't watch it on my phone. Like I refuse to watch SNL live on my phone. Like I want to watch it on a TV, but I need new glasses so I can't see the little details. But I could almost like, what's on his computer? And then towards the end, when like the anime boobs were huge, I could see it. And I was like, oh, that's funny. This is going to be full of visual gags and I can't see anything. But
visual is very important for me too, because my prescription is pretty heavy. And that's why, yes, I could watch it in the bedroom. Here I use a old 42-inch TV as a monitor, which is great for doing editing.
Oh.
And I have one in the bedroom. But in the main TV in the living room is a 52-inch. So when Saturday Night Live's on, I get the living room.
I've been married almost 30 years. So, and I've watched SNL all of those 30 years. Thank you. I've watched SNL all those 30 years, and Doug knows. He knows. Don't even think about watching your anime because he does love his anime or whatever. He knows. I mean, and he likes it too, which is nice. So we watch it together.
But I always hate it when I'm watching, trying to enjoy a show, and other people who aren't watching it are commenting on it. It's like, if you want to comment on the show, fine, but wait until it's done. I'm trying to pay attention to the thing that.
Oh, it's
Oh,
like a live, like a live Reddit thread.
Did you? I would drive you crazy, DJ. I'm bad about that. Like I'll make comments, and my husband is so patient. I'm really bad about that. Like we were watching the Spinal Tap sequel tonight, and I was doing that, and I was like, "Oh, Shari, shut up!" Like I, I know I shouldn't, so I try to monitor myself because you want to watch what's in front of you.
And watch on a big ass screen.
I gave it a pretty low grade, but now that I'm talking to you two, you're kind of making me appreciate it more. I I think I need to rewatch. I didn't rewatch that one yet, but I will be.
Yeah, it does benefit from a lot of rewatches because you can't necessarily get all the nuances.
Keenan again in this one, doing his usual Keenan thing, being the observer of the chaos around him. And he's so good at that. The lens in which everything's filtered.
Keen's like in the crow's nest at all times.
Then we suggest we gotta put you guys gotta get a wall in. Usually when they do that open concept thing with the newsrooms, the people in the background are like way in the back, not quite
right. Yeah,
not
yeah.
right there.
With the printer was just my absolute favorite. I couldn't quite tell if the pieces of paper were actually connected in a ream or were they actually separate. But
no, but that kind of stuff does happen. I mean, so it's again fairly realistic, and Jane in that thankless "why me" sort of role. I just think she shines. I don't want to see her getting typecast. I think she can do other things. But she certainly is a delight in that. I think she's a really great cast member. I hope people cut her more slack.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I was thinking about being a cast member and dealing with live television. And then as we were talking about getting judged, like 5 minutes after you do your job. Like I can imagine somebody coming to my library and then getting online and going, well, so she did story time today and she didn't sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider right. I mean, that would be awful. I would be crushed.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
I have a lot of empathy for anybody who goes on the show. And I try to be as diplomatic as possible because I don't always like everything. But I always respect the work that they're doing because it's hard work.
New show every single week and cover something fresh and the late nights and the overnight. This is why people do leave. Except for Keenan, of course. But when Andy Samberg, he's been doing interviews lately, referring to why when leaving SNL, and it just he felt like for all 7 years he was there, it was like he had a perpetual cold all the time because you don't have enough downtime to relax.
Yeah, no.
And when they're complaining early on with cue cards, it's a learned skill. And then you got all the people out there saying, why do they have to have cue cards? Because when you have things that change, even the minute before it goes you go live,
you can't possibly memorize every line.
I mean, you can get the gist of it and keep going on the script, and just keep up with the changes. But
they all tell the hosts are like, read the cards. Like in doubt, read the cards because that is better than coming up with a line. Oh my God, that would be torture. So they read the cards.
And with SNL, it's not really acting, it's performing.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are judging people on cue card reading ability. Maybe it was Che or Colin during Weekend Update, but for a host on SNL, it's not even something I consider.
Well, there's the great series that they did about all the behind the scenes creating SNL. The one episode they did with the cue cards. Whenever someone complains about that, I give them a link to that, and that explains everything with how they have to go. They have to do 3 sets of cue cards
with different colors
for each person. And when you have more people to sketch, some colors are repeated because there are only so many colors in the thing. Host is always black, and I mean, he even does cue cards for Seth Meyers.
Cue card
Seth
Wally.
Meyers
Yeah,
does his
cue
cue
card
cards for his
Wally.
shows.
Legend. Like, those are physically heavy.
And you can actually order a personalized cue card.
Yep. Have you gotten one?
Wally.
Did you get one? Have you gotten
no,
one?
No, I want. Eventually, I want you, but I just
too.
haven't had a chance to Monday to do it. But it's like he is iconic, which is how many things they have to go through. And I do like that they recycle because they use them for painting when they're painting sets.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. You always have the tidbits. I love it.
Oh, that's why I love that one episode of that so much because there's a lot. They go anywhere anywhere from like maybe 500, 600 cards per night, especially when they have to rewrite them. Sometimes they can just white things out and write over them. Sometimes they have to replace entire cue cards. And then the writers have to come down and just double check that everything's all correct.
It's amazing what they do in a week.
If the director, like you have to go through the dress rehearsal, the director's book gets taken away and it comes back covered in more Post-its.
I did not know you could get a personalized cue card. That's going on my birthday list.
The series is Creating Saturday Night Live.
And speaking of live performances, how about our fabulous musical guest, Brandi Carlile?
This performance won me over. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've always been like, oh, I like her, but I think I confuse her with Belinda Carlisle, and they're not the same person at all. They're not the same person,
not even related,
right? Okay. And I really liked the first song she did. It had a very protest vibe, like and I love it when SNL allows an artist to come on and do that. Megan Thee Stallion did it. I haven't heard it again, but I will. I was very impressed. I liked it.
Oh, she is definitely a lady of rock, just like everyone from like Joan Jett to Blondie, Alita Ford, all the great rock ladies in history. She's definitely one of them.
I compared her to Deborah Harry because she has a little bit of gravel in her voice.
Yeah,
she's her own person, definitely. But I see some shades, and I very much. You know what I enjoyed? I love a good show. You know, that Gaga performance with the lights and this and that. I loved it.
Legend.
But sometimes I like minimalist, and Brandi doesn't need anything else but herself and her mic, or herself and her guitar, maybe a backup band. And you're enraptured because she has that kind of emotion. She has that kind of passion about what she's singing about. And she's obviously a friend of the show. I think she's going to be a Tom Petty or a U2 or Foo Fighters. And she's going to be on, or Billie Eilish. She's going to be on again and again and again because she's magnetic.
Well, I found the staging of these two numbers to be very David Byrne inspired.
Oh.
Was she with David Byrne on the 50th? Did they do the song together?
No, that was Robin.
Somebody else.
Robin. That was Robin.
Okay.
It was Europop. I will tell you though, when we heard the role model sounded like they put all of 90s alt rock and a little bit of Neil Young and John Cougar Mellencamp into a blender, and it came out because it was like it's like I've heard all these songs before, but Brandi Carlile, she may have inspiration in like shades of David Byrne, but she sounds original to me. Like, she sounds original. She has her own sound.
Agreed.
She has collaborated with David Byrne. They collaborated on the album Folkocracy, which was a Rufus Wainwright album. So they have worked together on that. It was the track was she sang on Down in the Willow Garden, and Byrne also contributed to the album. So they've been collaborated with Rufus Wainwright, who is a Canadian. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that the station that David Byrne does. I'm not stealing from it, but very much inspired by it.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me of my favorite episode of documentary now, Test Pattern.
Oh, I haven't seen any of those. I haven't seen any documentary nows. I'm like, I need to get better glasses. I'm realizing a lot of things I don't watch because I can't see them, so I put it off. But Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so weekend updates.
Weekend
Jokes
update.
flying fast and furious. I don't remember a lot of the jokes. Of course, I keep forgetting to write things down, but I have terrible handwriting, so that doesn't help.
The Melania and Donald trick-or-treating at the White House, where he lays the candy
Oh,
bar on the minion's
I watched
head.
that twice. That was it's indicative of his entire presidency, breaking a social norm that no president or person had conceived of doing previous to this.
And even just the you can't write this stuff. You can't. It just he writes his own stuff for the show. It's like all you can. That's the trouble with all the political cold opens is most with the repeating of what Trump does. He does such stupid shit that it's like.
How do you make it funny and also not don't want to brush over how terrifying it is? Trump putting a full size candy bar at the trick or treating on the kid's head two terms in a row, like did not adjust his technique over 4 years is just. I thought that was.
Did the kid not have hands? Did he not have a bucket?
Even the kids
no,
like this
they had
doesn't
a
feel
bag.
right.
They had a bag. They both had bags.
Just put it in the bag.
He just wants to do things the Trump way. The New York Marathon of 50,000 people, very, very big deal. And who's going to come on and commentate? The best New York marathoner, George Santos, and on comes Bowen Yang. And I love Bowen's George Santos. I think it's I think it's not too much that it's too much like him. It's just enough like him to be so funny and so much fun. And you can tell Bowen is having the best time because Bowen's always having the best time. And, just it's the back and forth with Jost. Everybody likes to hassle Jost because why not? He does have a very punchable face, as I'm always saying. And it's just, it was a lot of fun. I love and I'm sure you two did too, the props. Props to the props department. He
with
pulls
the
on with the jail glass with the phone, and he's talking to. He's
like he can't use a phone any other way.
He's talking to. I know he did Diddy toward the end, and then he did. Now I'm blanking, but Mangione. I'm not sure what his Italian last name.
Yeah.
Luigi, yes, and then it was Ghislaine Maxwell at the beginning. Again, props to the props. That was such a brilliant visual joke. And again, Demi, I hope you could catch all the details because I know you were saying it's hard for you to see because there were a lot of little details just in that glass with the phone. It was so great.
That was big enough for me to see it, and I was like, yes. Because when Santos was pardoned, like my first thought was, oh, Bowen's gonna be on this. What's Bowen gonna do? Like it's so bad. Like any political paradigm shifting. It's like, oh, what's SNL gonna do with this? Who's gonna? Oh, Bowen's back. I love Bowen's take on Santos because it's so ridiculous. Because in the past, when he went on Weekend Update, and he was naming all the things that he'd done. He really said he'd done all those things. Like people on Reddit were like, "Oh, this is just ridiculous." That Santos said he was a volleyball star at Broadus, and he didn't play volleyball or go to that college. But he said those things, like really specific details and like fundraisers and stuff. And everyone thought it was just the writers being lazy. And it's like, no, Santos literally said all of those things. There's like a little bit of exaggeration, but not really. So this time, it's just like, well, all bets are off. He said nothing. He doesn't have to. We're having so much fun with this because there's nothing we can say that's going to make this misleading because he is that ridiculous. So I applaud all of it. And I won. The marathon hasn't happened yet. Well, I won it. I already won.
And the LA Dodger cap at the end for the little.
Now, I don't really follow sports, but I do like
Me
it when our
either.
Canadian teams do well. So I was kind of hoping for the Blue Jays to take it. There's a clip I found just ran across online recently on YouTube. Is the last time the Blue Jays won the World Series? They did a song with Phil Hartman and Catherine O'Hara.
You know, Mike Myers
And
was calling the game in Canada. Like he was it was in the announcer box, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, so he was very invested. Wow.
But my favorite, and once again,
the reason why we're all
magic
here.
of this Mukes and Padilla, two people who just hooked up. Chemistry was off the charts. These two are, for me, the edge performing couple of SNL right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely fabulous. Just the way they played it, the little thing they did with the hair, and how they sort of went through the whole kind of relationship thing. There was one part where they get all jealous and they go off the hookup, and the fact they were hooking up in Colin Jost's dressing room, and spent a lot of time like, what is door? Sorry, I occasionally snort laugh.
I know. I really try not to.
But it was that funny though.
It was really funny.
It was really funny, and yeah, I agree with everything you are saying, Deej. I think they're magical together too. I don't know that there's anything more to say. They were the pair of the night. It
was nicely written, the way they played well off each other, and Ashley is just adorable. And actually, both of them are just.
Somebody suggested that the couple that doesn't. Oh, I'm just going to screw it up. They always have these long names, but Jane Wickline and Marcello's couple that you wouldn't think would be together.
Yeah, should
go on a double date with the couple that just hooked up.
That'd be cute.
Oh, yeah.
And how funny wouldn't that be? A funny sketch.
That'd be.
And hey, why not three couples add in the Needlemans, the couple that should be divorced?
Perfect.
Oh my god. What?
Because they're only still together for they get angry at each other. They're only together for the hate sex for the make-up hate sex afterwards.
Love it.
All right, so a pretty darn good update, good jokes, but as has been the case, I think episodes 1, 2, and 3, the correspondents seem to steal the show every time.
Yeah,
so
that's great choices all around.
All I ask is no more movie guy, please, no more movie guy.
Yeah, there have been a couple stumbles, but for the most part, the correspondents have been.
We got it the first time, people. Yeah, he's the movie guy that doesn't watch the movies. What's the fucking point?
But that's me. That's who I am as a person. So I don't mind it. I'll tell you the one that the Joanne Fabrics one. Like I'm like, what's happening? Like it's not.
Well,
I know everyone
really
loves
established
it.
Ashley has this is where she really truly showed her potential.
I know
as a cast member and an update person.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Yeah,
Demi, you don't have to. What did we just talk about? We don't all have to agree. That's the beauty of SNL.
That is the beauty of SNL. It's just I feel bad because that is like a vaulted Weekend Update appearance, and
don't feel bad. You have a right to feel how you feel.
Sure,
and don't let anybody make you feel bad about it.
So validating. Thank you so much. Such an antidote to Reddit.
You're welcome. I will happily go to Reddit and fight anybody who gives you any kind of shit. Because you are the sweetest, most even tempered person. Like when we're on the chat together, you're always the one who, when people are getting carried away, you're always the one who's like, okay, let's take a minute, deep breath, and everybody gets back to being nice. So you just keep being you.
I think it's you. Well, you're such a guiding light. Such a guiding light.
There are things I do not. This was not particularly my favorite episode, but I'm not going to shit all over it either. I like to be neutral. I like to be Switzerland, and just kind of keep it neutral. But
it's like the best episode ever. No, but it had some good points, some bad points. We'll get to that point in 2 more sketches. But the other one is the murder press briefing. They took a little long to get to what the sketch was
The
really
joke.
about. The gargoyle thing.
That was funny.
But I loved about it was all the different names they came up for the different newspaper.
I did like that
Sorry.
this sketch got a lot of cast members, and they're like, poor Jeremy.
Yes.
I think Jeremy finally got in here. I don't think he was in all night.
No,
So it was
yeah.
good to see him pop up as one of the reporters.
But that does happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's 17 cast members. I think they're being a lot better about spreading the love around, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. But, you know, Andrew Dismukes, the golden boy, his delivery is, he can make like the like, you know, throwaway lines hilarious just with the way that he says them.
Yes.
And this whole gargoyle thing, I mean, it has his fingerprints all over it. I'm sure he co-wrote this. He had to.
Yeah, it's the fact that gargoyle is actually gargoyle is a girl and not the way around really does change everything. And it kind of does. I kind of like the concept of gargoyle, to be really honest. But then again, I'm also a big fan of the Gargoyle Disney series. So
I was about to say the Disney animated series Gargoyles.
Yes,
it was a good one.
Oh, that is so well written. I mean, the depth of character and the depth of story, how they weave in Shakespeare and different mythos and all that, it's a masterpiece.
See if you can find it, Demi. Add it to your list.
Yes.
It's
your ever-growing list.
It's on Disney Plus.
I watched it live. I watched it when it was on, like as a kid, and I don't remember. Like I watched Darkwing Duck, Chip and Dale #1, Darkwing Duck,
all good.
Tailspin.
Yeah, it was part of the Disney Afternoon blog.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so I did find some things from the YouTube comments. So we have the News Now, Today Now, Please, Daily Tribune, Daily Newsroom Daily, and Tomorrow to Daily. So it's all the different variations on the names. That one. Yeah.
Very, very clever wordplay going on here, and just I enjoyed this one. It was definitely a late in the night kind of sketch, and I think it worked quite well. It
just took a little too long to get to the base premise of about the thing. So, I mean, there's only so many times he can say, "No, we're not going to answer questions about this."
Yeah, it did take a little bit to get to the joke, but once they got to the joke, I mean, again, it was the Dismukes out. It was the Dismukes.
Yes. Dismukes of it all, Shari. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Dismukes of it all.
And the different ways that he introduced themselves. Like author, publisher, whatever the ones were, just came up with different things to say all the time.
And the cadence, even just the cadence of his voice when he says things. I could listen to his voice all day. I love the way he delivers lines. And I don't know. I can't say enough nice things, but I think we all feel the same. So good.
Yes.
And with the last live sketch, I can definitely see why this was on the 10-1. It was short. It was luckily it did overstay its welcome.
Mercifully short, thank goodness.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. This was just. I mean, have you seen anything online regarding what may have been cut? Did they mention cut sketches at the end of the SNN feed last night?
They did.
I thought there were two.
But I'm so tired. I'm so tired by that point, Deej, that I can't watch that. I don't always catch it, but there definitely was some cuts. I know Jane got cut from Update for the second time.
Oh, wow.
Another one of her songs got cut.
Oh, that's her thing.
That I do remember.
Yeah, definitely not them at their best. But it's a perfect 10-1 sketch.
It was. Everybody said the same thing. This was a blatant ripoff of a couple different, like maybe late 80s or early 90s sketches.
Yeah.
The Il Cantoro with Kirstie Alley, and then they brought it back where they're all like Bellissima, Bellissima. And it's the same like highly sexualized.
But they were like berating them instead. Isn't that what ended up happening? They ended up berating the husband, but not because he was the husband, just I don't remember. But it turned into like they got really negative. I don't remember why. And the pronunciations were like funny, but not like the not Italian funny. I forget. No, they were Luigi and Mario or something. No, Luigi and Donatello, and right, Luigi and one of the
No,
turtles.
it was Leonardo and Da Vinci.
Yes,
were the name of the waiters.
Then it was like,
You were on the right track.
Are they amateurs? Are they supposed to be really young and they're like Beavis and Butthead like level of like love making each other laugh, or is this who they are as people? Like I was a little unclear as to why they were like that.
This was the dud of the night for sure.
I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10 chairs to sit in for
Hey, perfect.
7 out of 10 chairs to sit in. Nice.
Thank you.
No, the one that I would have done was based on the bacon, egg, and cheese. But I like the chair. But the chair is good.
I like the relief with the chair was so much more strong in my memory.
Yeah, I would say more. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 chairs to sit on does sound about right.
Okay, well, last night I was 5, but talking to you two fabulous Saturday night ladies, you've kind of brought me up a point. So I'm going to go 6. 6
Fair.
chairs to sit in, and I'm not going to go urinate on an ATM.
That is high praise.
Well, as a woman, it's kind of difficult to do that,
but possible.
Yeah, the aiming would be hard, but
unless you happen to have one of those shiwis.
It can be weaponized, I hear. So
that people use for that people can use for camping. So
long haul trucking.
You're right. There's a song that I have. It's kind of more of a niche. There's this folk trio that were based in Seattle, Uncle Bonza. They had a song called "If I Had a Penis."
Oh, I'm on board.
Okay, yeah, the song is called "Penis Envy." Okay, here we go. If I had a penis, I'd wear it outside in cafes and call-outs with pomp and with pride. If I had a penis, I'd pamper it proper and stay in the tub and use me as a stopper. If I had a penis, I'd take it to parties, stretch it and stroke it and shove it at Smarties. I'd take it to pet shows and teach it to stay. I'd stuff it in turkeys on Thanksgiving Day. And then the chorus was my favorite. A penis to plunder, a penis to push, 'cause one in the hand is worth one in the bush. A penis to love me, a penis to share, to pick up and play with when nobody's there. And then we're going to go to the final. If I had a penis, I'd climb every mountain. I'd force it on females. I'd pee like a fountain. If I had a penis, I'd still be a girl. But I'd make much more money and conquer the world.
I think that is the perfect way to end this episode.
Well done.
So look it up. The Essential Uncle Bonsai. So many great songs, great harmonies. Highly recommend.
It's giving so much culture.
I appreciate it. Well, I'm full of useless comedy music information.
Perfect.
It's not useless.
Just wait till I introduce you to the arrogant worms with their classic "Carrot Juice's Murder."
All right. Well, that was the perfect ending to this episode, Deej. Thank you.
Not a problem. Well, I see the game we're singing this, so hey, it's a theme. Let's keep running with it. I've actually performed that song live with guitar before. It's been a while since I played it, but it's a
banger. It's a banger.
Oh, Bazinga! Yes, I know. You will be fed soon. You do not need to be poked with claws.
You always know it's almost time to end our episode when Bazinga wants some food.
Yes, he's getting his treats, but he wants an actual meal, and I understand that, little fuzz bottom. Yeah, I know. You're cute. You're adorable. I just have to finish this up. Thank you for joining us again for Saturday Night Ladies. We'll be back next week with our overview of the... Oh, there he is. With our overview of the episode hosted by Nikki Glazer.
Ooh, yes.
These are fudgy dummies. Nikki Glazer. And we will have our first special guest. The only person I can think of having a first guest is from our brother podcast, the one that started it all. We'll have Casey Killingsworth from We Heart Hater.
Yay!
As a special guest
Casey!
for that episode. Because, yes, we are Starry Night Ladies, and we are talking about things focused from a women's perspective, but we welcome all genders, all viewpoints, and
Yes.
Casey brought up a great point that her humor can be related to both men and women, so it's a perfect fit. Casey is my first podcast partner, and thank you for doing this. You'll hear us next week, because I always hate when people say, we'll see you next week, because this is an audio podcast, and you're not going to see me.
But you will definitely hear us.
Yes.
So have a great week, and keep on finding the funny. Saturday Night Ladies is a presentation of Wacky Notion Productions. Hosted by Deej Barons and Sherry Fesco. Recording and editing by Deej Barons. Research provided by Sherry Fesco. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, just email wackinoprods@gmail.com. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment.